anyway. But it really is last chance saloon now.
Well, east to west split. Same, we've seen it before. Is this going to be? I feel like it's been a while since we had that military circle. Question mark? Ice emote.
I think we're at the point maybe now where Russia needs a spanner in the works to change it up. But a military circle really wouldn't favor them because Turkey has first dibs on both bridges. So I think they're hoping for a sort of a Gaka ending. But I kind of want to go down to Milta power. Give us like a proper southeast ending.
But that would also be bad for Russia. Let's see, where are we headed?
Ooh.
Well, we have been up here before. It's been interesting, to say the very...
The fact that we've got so much open area on PUBG really lends itself to some fun gameplay. And talking of fun gameplay, Iro's got a bit of a shooting range right now.
Yeah, it's enough opponents around him that he can have some good times. So let's see. Set, will he light on fire? Yes, indeed he will. He's still in the fire, too. You got to get out if you don't want to go down. It does fall. Iro lights Set on fire, and he is going to go down. So 2 players down for Russia. The circle is in favor of Turkey as well. And when we look at like the bigger picture, it seems like all of the Russians here are trying to make a wide rotation over the north side.
Yeah, Ira keeping. They put it on Netflix. I finally got to watch it. But the Dragon of the West strikes again.
It's amazing.
I think it's honestly my favorite show. But realistically now, if we're going back serious, I think this northern group here is really the win condition for Russia. If they can stay as a group, push around the circle, get control of the actual Stalber area, I think that's the important bit. Because if they can't get up the hill now, if Turkey can hold on, they can treat this like Ba Sing Se and hold on to the walls.
No, sorry, continue.
I think this should be 4-1 really for Turkey if they can stay up top.
Yeah, it's speed forward. YOLO! Here they come. Let's see if they can hold off. BSD finds one, most importantly, gets the flush on them as well.
Yeah, and it's really important he stays up here and just sort of waste a lot of time as the rest of the Turkish players come up. Because if Russia can overwhelm, as they're starting to do now, if they can get into the Stalber area before Turkey can set up a defensive line, I think that's the win condition. That's the way they win this game. And they're starting to overwhelm a little bit. They're starting to get those kills, starting to push their way in. So far, the kill feed's been pretty favorable to Russia. Now you see that 2-man advantage springing up.
What's going to happen here? Still numbers advantage in for Russia, as you say. But Turkey does seem to have somewhat of a position. Having said that, I mean, they're spread all over the place down towards the south. So they're, I guess, maybe waiting and hoping that... oops, Laza, no one saw that. Maybe waiting and hoping that,
Scooby
that the Turkey's going to shift away.
Someone did see that. Scooby flushes the kill that Laza accidentally knocked. Now a 3-man advantage Russia. And they found a way into Stalber. It's a nice start for them. They need to keep pushing through. I think they need to get proper control of the, of the actual city proper, right? If they can get the western side as well, force Turkey down the hill, there's an opportunity really for Russia to get in such a good position that Turkey can't shut them down.
Yeah, see, Melman gets himself one more. Umber's only up by 2, and I think it's a smart play from Turkey really just to back off here. I mean, you can't expect the circle to go south, but you can hope for it. Now, I mean, even just this shift. Look at the circle control Russia, Turkey potentially has. It's you just gotta wait. I mean, do kind of like what we saw Russia do last game. Just keep rotating and just wait. Don't lose like 5-6 players getting greedy trying to hold a position.
Well, that may be a little bit queasy. Schofield whiffs his shots onto Priol. Priol just insta kills him. Lovely little turn on. And they're really, I think, perhaps a sign of how this game's gone so far, where Russia's just been winning those gunfights. And they're starting to push that man advantage in their favor now. 5 with a couple knocks to boot. Turkey needs to find a refrag soon. They need to find a way back into this, because otherwise we're going to a 6th map.
There might just be a way that's what's going to happen. Batullin by himself by quite a margin has been standing strong for a while. Finds one more as well. Impressive feat from the captain, able to find 3 knocks and didn't even get the flush. Oh no! Oh wait, how the hell did Buckle did not die there? That's surprising.
Yeah, I'm not gonna clue. I'm not gonna Scooby. They together. It's just letting them now start to pick off these players one by one. It's an 8-man advantage now in favor of Russia. It's still winnable for Turkey, but they need to do something soon.
Yeah, and where the hell do you play this from if you're like on the side of Turkey? I think that's their main issue right now. They say fall back, which makes sense, but fall back where? You gotta have pretty clear comms when it comes to those things as well. You can't just give out half communication. You can see Code Marco, he's kind of snaking his way up here behind all the opponents. If he can get maybe 2 or 3 players, the thing is, we've talked about it before, one knocked player means all of a sudden the opponents don't know how many players to expect. Finds the first, finds the second as well. Code Marco, nice shooting. And now, as you see, instantly 6-7 players from Russia turn around to try and say, oh my god, there's going to be people coming from over there. That's when the remaining Turkish players need to stop making the run, because look at this, half the team is pushing to the east just because of one player getting 2 knocks.
Yeah, but finally he's going to be spotted, taken down by Millman. And yeah, it's going to slow them down, but the fact that he only is able to get 2, because it's such a big deficit already for Turkey, it's not as influential as it would be if if it was, say, let's 23 versus 23 and Komarka does something like that. It really changes the game, because I forget that's the thing. That second aid might be good, but again, I think it would have to be dead on him to get a kill. Yeah, it rolls off. Turkey is starting to get those initial kills, but I think they're really struggling to get flushes. Every time they're getting these knocks, there's no real executions coming in, and that's really why Russia's able to keep the man advantage, because when Russia gets kills, they're always flushing them out.
Well, let's see. Dynamit's trying to hold off. They need to get, I want to say, at least 2 knocks per player right now in order to even have a chance. I mean, we're talking early on here. If they lose 3 or 4 players now before getting kills in on Russia, it should allow for the Russian team to push forward pretty easily. On up does find one. Lassa is there to find one more. Gets the flush on him. 2 nice playing coming in. Oh no, he wanted to hit that one.
And Turkey's finally starting to wake up. They're starting to wake up. These nades are good as well. I think they should be able to get the kill. Ooh, yeah, eventually. But they're starting to get those untraded kills. But Russia finally is starting to strike back. Knocks are coming in. It's all about now. If Turkey can get the reses back in, they're in a really good spot. If that Eastern group can come over and have an impact, we see Groan's getting a bunch of knocks right now from the Eastern edge. If they can keep doing that, keep getting these players down and then flush them out, there's maybe an opportunity here for Turkey to turn it around. But if Carl's going to start killing his teammates, it's not going to be long for the world.
Yeah, Russia pushing forward. You can see numbers still in the advantage, up by 8 now, and even trying to get reses. 10 seconds to go. I don't know. I feel like Sedba might want to focus on pushing forward. But I'm not sure. Will he be able to get the rest up here? Should potentially be able to. Laza didn't want to give up his position, but does have to. Finds the flush on 1 as they now find themselves in a 7-player deficit. But look at this. Kills continue to come in for Turkey.
Yeah, and once again, though, the flushes just really aren't coming in. They've got Senpai down at least, but it's still a 5-man advantage for Russia. They're still in a good position. They're slowly but surely whittling it away. But realistically, I think Russia's still in a good position, unless Laza can do something special here and maybe get 3 or 4 down.
He's already got 3, I believe, this game. So asking for 3 more would be kind of rude. Yeah, you still have the team. Then maybe we can win. When is he going to spring the trap, though? That's the question. When is he going to peek out? If he's just going to sit here and wait for them to push, I don't feel like that's going to happen for a while. Calendar went down before, now Groan goes down as well. You can see more shots being fired over the top. Lassa not peeking just yet. Russian kills are coming in, though. And again, when you're down, you need 1, maybe 2, even 3 potentially kills going your way for every single player you see go down. So it's tough for them that that is not right going their way.
Yeah, I like the idea here from Laza, but there comes a point where if so many of your teammates go down before you strike, it comes a point where your team's so far down that even if you do get 2 or 3 here, you're not in a great place. So maybe he needs to be a little bit more proactive. But he's got his armor's broken. He's got like 1 shot left of his helmet. Maybe this is all he can do.
I like the push around the ridge here. They know that there are smokes coming, smokes blocking the view. They know that they're healing on the backside and getting reses up. So maybe Poloderic and Lassa can do something. There are 3 players down here, and if they can get these kills in, there is a Grocer and level 3 gear up close. If they can get the kills in, there might just be a chance for them to make some plays. Kissing is there. Lassa finds the first. Voldemort finds the second. It's just one more on the side, and they find all 3 unreturned. Actually, Lassa finds even more damage coming in there. Great play for the team, and that might just have opened up a site for them to push over.
Yeah, this might be the turning point for the matchup. They're starting to get kills now. Let's go down, though. They're starting to get traded back finally from Russia. Larsa needs to still make more plays. He gets 1, gets 2.
Wow.
They're all down. And suddenly there's 4, maybe even 5 Russian players getting down, and Turkey starting to get the reses in.
I think Lassa has somewhere along the lines of 8 knocks this game.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of work. But I think he has to do a little bit more still, because it's still 9-15. Yes, they're getting these flushes, but a couple of players on the eastern side were going down at the same time. Mm-hmm. So Russia is still in the driving seat, still has that man advantage that is a little bit risky. But Lars, once again, he strikes to get another knock.
And
he's going off right now.
It's gone far out east, and that's, I think, the main issue. Because yes, Turkey might be losing a few players, but they're spending all that time rotating over, trying to get themselves into a better position for the circle. And if you're Turkey right now, you need to get back down the ridgeline, and you need to start running like a madman. Just B20. He's all on his own right now. He needs to hold off strong against this. Oh, that's an 8. Against this Russian team who is currently trying to push for full center control.
Yeah, and if I think Pokemon Order gets control of this ridge here, basically the whole of Turkey gets locked out, and that's exactly what they didn't want to happen. Yeah. Now all of a sudden there's no cover left for Turkey. They're getting ripped apart. Russia really trying to close this game out right here, and it looks like they're going to be able to do it, bar something special from Larsa. He has 5, but I think at this point he needs 10.
Let's see if he can do it. He does have an MK. It's a scary gun up close, but I don't think they have the guns needed. No, finally, the Giant does fall. Mithralius is there. Voldemort is there. I believe it's the last 2 players alive on the team. Voldemort, yep, there he goes, and there they fall. We are headed into a potential second to final map of the best of 7.